Located in Bologna, at the historic intersection of Italian culture and industry, the Bologna Center was founded as the European face of the Johns Hopkins University's Paul H. Nitze School of Advanced International Studies. Now, in its 6th decade of operation, it has distinguished itself as the leading American graduate institution for international affairs in Europe, and has a well-established reputation for preparing the future leaders of the world.
One of the questions that always comes up is, what is it that's special about the Bologna Center? And I think there really are several very important reasons why it has functioned for as long as it has and done as well as it has. And the first has to do with the fact that we are deeply connected to our sister institution in Washington. The two really work together. Essentially, most of our students, 90% of them, spend their first year here in Bologna and then go to Washington for the second year. And that combination is extremely important.
I chose to come to SAIS Bologna because after working professionally for a few years in international relations, I decided I had the street sense and the street smarts, but I needed to add some more of the analytical training.
There are 100,000 students at the University of Bologna, and they influence the life of the city. And the life of the city is one of the great attractive elements for those students of ours who come here.
The location of Bologna makes it perfect for traveling for whether it's a school trip or whether it's a personal trip. And Bologna's got its own special history, having the oldest university, and for this reason is why I chose SAIS.
At the Bologna Center, we combine the best of two different worlds. You have the old world, Europe, with all its continental traditions, and you have an American graduate institution. So I can't think of anything better if you are interested in international affairs.
Over 90% of the students who come here are studying outside of their home country, and they hail from over 30 different countries on average per year. The level of student diversity is something that is absolutely a priority for us. We want to maintain that level of diversity and therefore want to have students who come from all walks of life and different geographic locations. It's one of the things that really sets us apart.
We operate with a core, a small core, but an important core of full-time resident faculty who are Johns Hopkins professors who are responsible for the continuity of the curriculum. They're responsible for advising the students that we have here. They're supplemented in what they provide by 30 or 40 adjunct professors who come from the major institutions of Europe, thereby providing a kind of breadth that it would not be possible with a small core.
I was speaking to a professor of mine, and he said, well, if you actually want to study IR in Europe, there is only one place to go, SAIS Bologna. So I came here and checked it out.
In Bologna, I'm studying American foreign policy, and it's been really unique for me to be able to get a European perspective on American foreign policy.
It is indeed fascinating to look at the economic policies and performances of countries such as Germany, Italy and France, and of course the United Kingdom.
The professors in the European program have a very close connection with their students, and they help us foster relationships that will last into our future careers.
SAIS Bologna Center students learn, study, and interact in a great location inside the walls of Bologna's medieval city center. We're very fortunate to own our own building in one of Europe's oldest and most beautiful university towns. Much thought went into creating a unique space where students, faculty, and visitors from all over the world could come and exchange ideas and experiences in an ideal learning environment.
We study together, and we eat together, we play together, we have fun together. That's an experience that I don't think one can get over a campus spread out across city blocks.
At SAIS, I'm specializing in energy policy. And at the beginning of the year, an alumnus from SAIS Bologna, now working at a large international energy company, came and did a presentation. Following this, I applied, and this summer I'll be undertaking an internship with them in The Hague.
We have former students who work in areas as diverse as grassroots development to financial services.
Being in the middle of Europe with proximities to Brussels, Paris, London, the centers of power in Europe, we get to really have a unique appreciation for where Europe is going and how it will act on the global stage in the future.
When we're not studying, I've gotten to go on some great runs with my roommates. The landscapes you get when you're exercising outside in Bologna is like nothing you'll ever get in the States.
The opportunity to study international relations in a European setting, surrounded by 190 students from 30 different nationalities, and with the opportunities to travel around Europe and the Middle East, the opportunity to come to Bologna was just too good to be true.
Another aspect of the fact that we're a permanent institution here and we've had this longevity of residence here is that we're able to attract speakers that are extraordinarily important for our students to hear. We've hosted Prime Minister Romano Prodi many times. We have had visits from the President Giorgio Napolitano. We've had visits from the former President of Germany, Richard von Weizsäcker. So the kind of perspective that those leaders bring to our students is also something quite different from what they might get in the United States.
Anyone who has spent time here knows this building is more than classrooms and offices, a library and an auditorium. There is something decidedly human about this place. Between the memorable lectures and the intense debates, professional relationships and lifelong friendships are formed. In the half-century that we have inhabited its spaces, the center has become more than the sum of its parts. Generations of students and faculty have come to call this place home.